A mysterious virus believed to have emanated from the Chinese city of Wuhan has gotten the entire world on its knees. A World Health Organization expert, Professor Dale Fisher, stated on DWTV that the novel coronavirus is transmitted by other animals to humans after they had contracted it from bats. Unfortunately, coronavirus has no cure yet. However, scientists are doing their best to help find a solution to this health canker plaguing our world. That notwithstanding, coronavirus has claimed over 66,000 lives around the globe. As scientists continue their search for a remedy to this virus, otherwise called COVID-19, governments as well as individuals around the world have been doing their best to contain the virus such that it does not spread further. Notable among these individuals helping in the fight against the pandemic is the kind-hearted philanthropist, Madam Dorcas Affo-Toffey, who doubles as the NDC Parliamentary candidate for the Jomoro constituency in the Western region. Madam Dorcas Affo-Toffey took it upon herself to champion the fight against the novel coronavirus within her constituency by distributing over 15,000 Casapreco-approved hand sanitizers, Veronica buckets, which the people now call Dorcas buckets, liquid soaps, tissue papers, nose masks, gloves, and so on. Jomoro Santua, as often called by many, added education sections on radio stations as part of her initiative towards the fight against COVID-19. The action woman, Madam Dorcas Affo-Toffey, visited and distributed preventive items in almost all the communities in the Jomoro constituency. That is, she visited 63 communities. The NDC parliamentary candidate commenced her distribution on the 19th of March 2020. Tikobo number 1 was the first place she visited. In Tikobo number 1, the action woman employed the services of health professionals who educated the people on coronavirus. They also educated them on the appropriate ways to wash their hands in order to avoid contracting the virus. Madam Dorcas Affo-Toffey, together with her team, distributed hand sanitizers, Dorcas buckets, liquid soaps, tissue papers, among others, to the people of Tikobo number 1. The Jomoro Santua visited Elibo the next day to continue with what she had started. In Elibo, she distributed Dorcas buckets, sanitizers, and also presented some other personal preventive equipment to authorities at the Elibo border, the police station, and the fire service. Away from that, the health professional who was invited by the PC educated the people of Elibo on the appropriate hand washing techniques. He was assisted by the action woman. Also, Madam Dorcas Affo-Toffey visited the women at the Elibo market and educated them on coronavirus and its preventive measures. Women at the market thanked her for her kind gesture and assured her of their unending prayers. The NDC parliamentary candidate continued educating the public via West FM in Elibo, where she indicated that the other border towns were the next areas to visit if their porosity needed to be reduced.
It's all over, so really it doesn't matter for as long as it takes for the awareness to be out there. We are willing and ready to do that. In there we are doing a hade. If here we go to half a snake, especially all the major borders now, which is the Jowa, the Elibo, the Elena, and the New Town. We'll go and make sure that we will provide them all the necessary things that they need to be able to limit the spread of the virus.
True to her words, the NDC parliamentary candidate for the Jomoro constituency visited Jawiwab the next day, where she presented authorities at the Jawiwab border with PPEs. These authorities expressed the kindest appreciation for the donation she made and also took pictures with her as they chanted her name and sought God's blessings for her. make the initiative complete, the health professional educated the authorities and passers-by on coronavirus and its preventive measures.
Particular places we are with seminar edition. Every year, Jomoro in certain cities, certain NDC, West on society, bacteria do our fine because all a warm and I will search when we demonstration, even those that will now to follow the procedure, at least who rules and make sure that those parts what to attack. And now over rules as well. And they can pass seminar and forward and fire for 5 minutes. Yes, I would do 5 minutes.
Concluding his lecture, some individuals posed the health aspect a couple of questions in that vein and got appropriately answered.
And what's in the case, the movie very actually said, who didn't want our own, sir, and this, sir, Uja Unaya, a sorrow, sir, who do a Jomoro.
Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey, after the demonstrations at the border, took to the streets of Jawewaf and distributed preventive items to the people. She had placed Dorcas buckets at vantage points where people were taught the appropriate hand-washing techniques. Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey urged the people to continue observing the preventive measures so that they could stay free from the virus. Social distancing was one of the preventive measures she was very particular about. On the 22nd of March 2020, the visionary woman, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey, visited and distributed preventive items in 13 communities. These communities include Mbem, Tikoba No. 2, Babia, Ebonwa, Samenye, Ahumasuazo, Azuliti, Mpataba, Nuba, Suzuazo and its environs, Elena Waf, and Aluwule. The Nkoswa Hima of Ahobrichi, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey started her visitations to these communities at exactly 7:04 a.m. with Mbem as the first community. She distributed preventive items there, after which she left for Tikoba No. 2. A journalist who curiously told the NDC parliamentary candidate questioned the market woman at Tikoba No. 2 on why she claimed to have left the MPP for NDC. Here's what she had to say. Madame Dorcas and her team went on to distribute hand sanitizers to the people of Babia and Ebonwa. The NDC leader for the Jomoro constituency was hailed by the youth of both towns for her good deeds. She proceeded to Samenye after she had served Ebonwa. At Samenye barrier, the action woman distributed hand sanitizers, nose masks, and gloves to the police, customs, immigration, and some other people. The NDC constituency deputy communication officer, Mr. Emmanuel Belling, on behalf of his parliamentary candidate, commended the authorities for their tireless efforts at the barrier.
Some items to our officers and also comment for the this morning how we celebrate to help. Wow, thank you so much. Yes, sir. So we have some hand sanitizers and then some happening. We are very grateful for the work you are doing.
Jomoro Asantwa arrived in Ahumasuazo, which is also known as New Insulezo, at 11:33 a.m. She continued educating the people while she presented them with preventive items. An inhabitant of the community indicated that the initiative of the PC was in the right direction. He stated that though there was shortage of hand sanitizers at the time, but Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey did not hesitate to do her best to provide her constituents with preventive items, and for that matter, she had earned his love. Another person who indicated that he lives at Samye Barrier made a pronouncement which got his own people excited. Mr. Animechi Anri stated categorically that Jomoro belongs to Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey. Let's hear what he had to say. Oh my God, number one, you're married already. Not maybe she and I'm the very amateur. I'm suave with the end of the MP2B proceeded to Azuleti and Mpataba to carry on with her donations. In a live interview on West 87.9 FM, the NDC parliamentary candidate reassured the people of Jomoro that every single community would be served accordingly. She further made it clear to listeners of West FM that she was doing what she loved to do as a person.
That is what I do. Me donipa edri nipa ho. Enti no sa yare ya aba yare bonia. Edi iwiasi na ewe aye global thing na ekoso no. Even if senior politics cry now, me amede kakra metumi aye ede aboa Ghana and I say Jomoro no akameye. It has nothing to do with politics.
The action woman continued with her kind gesture in Nuba, Susan's and its environs. Mr. Elijah Mieza, a native of Tikobo No. 1, upon realizing the presence of Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey in Suzuazu, rushed to the community to meet her. He indicated that he was very impressed with the work the PC was carrying out and that her initiative was expected of the incumbent MP who had not showed up yet. He finally urged people to come on board in support for the Yasantwa of Jomoro.
It's a very good thing that the whole world is trying to enhance, and if she's coming right down to her own constituency, right down to her own constituency to give her own hand of support, I think it's the best way. We are expecting more of all these people, all these candidates to come on board, because she being in opposition, I think that maybe she's not trying to do something that is expected of the one in government. So we want the constituency there.
In an interview with Mr. Andy Ogusu, the journalist who tailed the NDC PC from Mbem to Alowule, he stated that he had purposely followed Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey in order to substantiate what some people were propagating. The journalist in the interview stated that from what he had witnessed, the NDC PC was truthful to her words and that people should ignore the false comment people passed about the initiative.
Launched to Samye, right to Samye Barrier, isolate, coming back to Pataba, to Nuba. Up to this time, this time, I foresee she's doing very well.
Okay.
In fact, that's what every community or constituency will be looking for.
From Suzwazo, the NDC parliamentary candidate moved to Elenda and Elena Waf. After distributing the preventive items, the PC spent time with the people of both communities and educated them on the novel coronavirus. She then moved to Alowule with some of her team members. Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey was once again seen distributing a host of preventive items to the people of Alowule. From 23rd to 29th March, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey visited 12 communities. These communities include Kabaku, Benin, Nglekazo, Eloin, Kengen, Pinen, Ajizan, Ewaka, Izinlebo, Bonyere, Naule, and Bonyere Junction. A midwife at the Kabaku Health Center expressed her deepest worries to the NDC parliamentary candidates. According to her, the facility hadn't received any PPE since the outbreak of the virus. According to her, she had learned about the presence of a team with some PPEs in the community and had decided to go out and buy some. The midwife says she was very surprised when she finally realized that the items were being given out for free by Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey.
If you have money, how do you manage? How do you work?
On the running now.
But I don't say, and I'm a community center, so more for you should not risk your life, but still, more yet.
Your blood,
What's in the sign of
Responding to what the midwife said, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey made her know that she had a facility in mind. Since she doesn't just talk without acting, the NDCPC went to the facility and presented the health workers with some PPEs. They expressed their deepest appreciation for the kind gesture.
Hand sanitizers, which is 4 bottles. We have a box of facial mask and a box of gloves, hand gloves. But later, they were on their way going. Because of I said, access to the on behalf of facilities, that is the plan of the law.
The PC then moved to the next community. 30th March 2020 was the turn of Sodadim, Nsuano, Gananunga, Kukutown, Eluguzongo, and Ndumsuazo to further experience the kindness of Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey. These communities received hand sanitizers, nose masks, gloves, Dorcas buckets, and their accompaniments. The NDC parliamentary candidate for the Jomoro constituency was warmly welcomed by the chief of Nunga, Nana Ehunukpai I. In the chief's palace, the PC donated a box of hand sanitizers and a Dorcas bucket with its accompaniments. The chief thanked the NDC PC and commended her for her efforts in the fight against the deadly virus. From 31st March to 3rd April, the Action Woman marched on to serve 15 communities, including Newtown Wharf, Newtown, Efasu, Manjia, Enzimitienu, Alumatuape, Jejekro, New Ankasa, Kwabre, Amiafutu Junction, Old and New Kablansuazo, Tekinta, Egbazo, Ahobre No. 1 and 2, Old and New Edobo, Atrebansu, and Ekum. In an interview with a native of Jejekro, she indicated that they felt neglected until the Action Woman, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey, arrived. She emotionally expressed her gratitude for the initiative by Jomoro Yasantua.
Dorcas Affo-Toffey abatampa salute.
The chief of Tekinta welcomed the Action Woman into his palace. He humbly received the preventive item presented by the parliamentary candidate for the NDC. After an interaction between the two, the chief gave the PC her words and advised her to stay on track even when people try to distract her. He encouraged her to continue with what she had embarked on, for the initiative was a good one. Many people claim that the PC wouldn't want to travel to Newtown Wharf, for the nature of the road leading to the place is discouraging. For the love of the people, the Action Woman never hesitated to visit the people of the aforementioned township. She presented them with Dorcas buckets and hand sanitizers, and also educated them on the preventive measures. To culminate her groundbreaking initiative, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey on April 3 donated PPEs to the Hafasni Government Hospital to help in the fight against COVID-19. She presented a 5,000 ml hand sanitizer, 5,000 ml liquid soap, 6 boxes of gloves, and 2 boxes of face masks to the hospital to supplement the little they had. In attendance at the event was the PC and her entourage, and Dr. Frank Agbomoji, and a couple of his staff members who received the items on behalf of the management of the hospital. In addition to that, each staff present received a 200 ml hand sanitizer from the Action Woman. Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey is well known for her periodic donations to the hospital. She often pays patients at the facility visit and presents them with healthy gifts. The PC distributed over 2,000 hand sanitizers, Dorcas buckets, and their accompaniments to the inhabitants of the Hafasni Township, Metika, and Asukro the next day. She never left out the police service and the fire service departments.
On behalf of the station, we extend our gratitude to the NDC parliamentary candidate for Jomoro for the kind gesture that you have offered us. Thank you, but we need more. Liver said yes, we need more. Because most of the time, when you are doing these things, you do for other like other organizations, but you have to know that Ghana National Fire Service too is very important. We shot so many things. It's very necessary. So not for you, you have shown your, but not for you alone. When you go out, you have to let us also get certain things, because we are in need. It's very necessary. So we thank you for your kind gesture, but we need more.
Sure.
This is
We also thank you for your reception. Madam,
As my colleague said, we are very happy for your nice gestures. We appreciate it a lot. We are all fighting the virus together. So we are more concerned about our health too. So we appreciate and we pray that everything that you are planning for, it will come on by God's grace. So we appreciate you once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay. Last question.
Wait. Let's go to the future reference. For future reference. At least. There be also take a picture. For future reference, I madam so beto. Radio and ambulance back. One picture. Simple.
Yes, do.
You know.
Yes.
Madam so beto. You're right. Make I also man can't collect.
Also, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey visited the Half-Asni market where she interacted with the market women. She educated them on the preventive measures against the virus and presented them with hand sanitizers and Dorcas buckets. Good people of Jomoro, it is good to know that Jomoro Santua has done a great job and is still doing more in the fight against the novel coronavirus. It now behoves on you and me to help ensure a zero case of COVID-19 in our constituency. Prevention, they say, is better than cure. The noble woman, Madame Dorcas Affo-Toffey, therefore wishes to advise all and sundry to heed to the preventive measures available. Fellow inhabitants of our beloved constituency, the NDC further expresses her deepest gratitude to each and every one of you for making time to watch this video. We need you alive, safe and sound. Ghana needs you, the world needs you. Thank you.